I dance naked for large and occasionally insultingly modest sums of money. Yes, you can be a stripper and a feminist. People tell me all the time that I can't be a feminist, and it's just like, well, that's too bad for you because I am. The misconception is that we're not people and that we're sad all the time, and I think that that's a really simplistic, reductive way of shaming women for using their bodies to make a living. We're not shaming athletes for using their bodies to make a living. We're not shaming like hard laborers for using their bodies to make a living. And stripping is hard labor, so that's what we're doing. When the Me Too hashtag came out, I felt completely excluded from this narrative. When I want to talk about sexual harassment and sexual assault, you know, the time I was raped, that happened before I became a stripper. That happened from somebody I trusted. That happened from somebody who told me women's rights are human rights. It's infuriating, and we definitely don't feel like we're welcome in that movement at all. Because we understand consent more than anyone else. Everything that we do is consensual. We negotiate at every step because to get money, you have to consent first to what you're gonna do for it. That's why we don't feel included in the Me Too movement, because they're like, what do you expect? You're a stripper. And you're like, yeah, I'm a human being who does a job. What does that have to do with me being able to consent or not? My mission is to humanize sex work. I've been stripping for, I guess, 5 years before I started comedy. Stripping influences comedy, and comedy influences stripping. Comedy is the most amazing way to communicate complicated ideas. I try to make people laugh as much as I can, and then I shove my righteous feminism down their throat when they're still laughing, and then eventually they kind of like digest it, and it's awesome. My mom said this really great thing the other day. She was like, you know what, sweetie, I don't really think you're smashing the patriarchy. I think what you're doing is empowering the matriarchy. And I really liked that. I thought it was really sweet because I'm more concerned with empowering women than I am like disempowering men.